everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, hello, my name is Katie Rose. Thank you for clicking on this video and please like and subscribe, it'll mean so much to me. Anyway, let's get in with today's video. Oh, I forgot my cup of tea. So this video is a little bit different. I know I do like health, lifestyle and fitness, but what you don't know, outside of the fitness, I am a third year student nurse. This video is going to be my experience of the COVID-19 pandemic and how I felt about the experience. So this year, starting from I was in my third year of my nursing degree, I thought that I was just going to go back to uni, back to lectures, back to practicals, back to role playing, back to paper exams in a proper exam room, but that never happened. So I think it was before even I was going to go back to uni in third year. I never actually got to uni in third year, I don't think, that the pandemic hit. Nobody knew what was going on, especially the student nurses. I know it was hard for first and second years as well, but being in third year of a pandemic as a student nurse was stressful. I'm just going to tell you that. As time went on, nobody knew what was going on, so we just got bits of information here and there, and then finally we got word that we had two options. So option one was to opt in a program called the ECP program, and this program, if you opted in, you will be put on the front line of the NHS, helping NHS staff, nurses, doctors, HCAs, helping them tackle the COVID-19 pandemic. So that was your first option, and this option was paid. You would get paid for it and you didn't have to do it, it was voluntary. You would be safeguarded the same as a student nurse. However, if you opted into this ECP program, you was not a student nurse anymore. You was not kind of a student nurse anymore. You was counted in the numbers and you was there to support the staff. So you was learning, but not as much. Like, you'd only be with the nurses now and again because you was more there to take the pressure off. Yeah, so that was your first option, and then your second option was to opt out. You did not have to go on the front line, but I didn't really understand the opt-out option. I didn't know at the time, everything was very vague, so I didn't know if I opted out whether I'd qualify on time or I'd have to take a year out. Nothing was clear. So I opted in, obviously. I opted in because I wanted to help. It was a very scary time when the pandemic first happened. Yeah, I wanted to help, and you get paid as well. I mean, I've just moved into a flat and it's not cheap, so I was like, get paid, why not, and help at the same time, why not? So you had 5 options to pick from, which trust you wanted to go. I got the first option that I wanted and I was very happy about it because I love this hospital. I've done most of my placements there. So I turned up at my induction and we learned PPE, we got trained on safeguarding, we got trained on COVID-19. All the new training that's coming through COVID-19, we got taught that. My induction was on Friday, then I started the following Monday. Not onto a COVID ward. This ward was not COVID, it was just a general medicine ward. However, for the first couple of, I think the first week it was fine, and then slowly as the numbers started coming up, we started ourselves getting COVID patients. At first it was really scary, going into a COVID-19 patient's room and gowning up and doing all the PPE. It was scary, but we did it because, you know, that's what nurses do. Even if the ward wasn't COVID at the hospital, majority of them had COVID patients. So yeah, it was scary, but then you get used to it. That's what nurses do. And then I think halfway through, from my experience, I started getting really bad insomnia. I just couldn't sleep at night. I think it was because I didn't know what was happening. I didn't know when my exams were going to be. I was on a hospital ward, just everything, the stress of everything. I think it was the not knowing as a student nurse what was going on, and nobody else knew. Like the hospital, the university, like it was nobody's fault. Nobody knew what was happening because we was just all in limbo. So yeah, I started getting a little bit of insomnia because I was a little bit stressed. I started distancing myself from people. I was crying a lot. I was a little bit down for a while. I've cried to my mum a few times, like, I don't want to be a nurse. But at the end of the day, I love the hospital I was on. I love the staff. I love the ward. I love the trust. I love the university that I'm at. And I stuck through it, and then things picked up. The COVID cases started to slowly go down, and I started sleeping a lot better once my exams were over, and once I started getting clarity on what was actually happening. I finished on the 29th of July, and then I am done. So I was supposed to finish April next year, but I'm now done on the 29th of July. I'm going to hang up my student uniform for the last time, which I'm quite sad about because I did like being a student nurse and not having as much responsibility. I'm going to go back to uni, do one last assignment, and then I think as early as November this year, just before Christmas, I may be a staff nurse, and that's a scary process. Like, that's a scary thought process that I'm going to be a staff nurse in November. I'm really happy that I opted into the ECP program. It's taught me a lot. I've gained a lot of confidence, gained a bigger backbone, a lot of confidence. I'm really glad that I opted in for the COVID-19. I just want to say, if you're a student nurse, if you've opted in or if you've not opted in, I just want to say, hang in there, you'll get through it. You are a hero as well as everybody else.